get upset right now. All right, guys, so let's find our easy pose. I'm gonna sit up on my bolster, go to your choice. So this week's theme is heart chakra. The green chakra right at your sternum that controls our compassion and forgiveness. So whatever you've gone through today, whatever your worries are about the future, let's just lay all of that down. Let's carve out a little space and time for ourselves to move. We're going to build a bit of heat today and work on our strength. And I want you to breathe in and out of your heart the best you can. Good. I'm going to give you about 5 to 7 rounds of breath just to land here in your easy pose. Lengthening the back of the neck, letting the shoulders soften, tapping in to that core activity, that engagement from the inside out. Three more rounds of breath. Last round. As you exhale, visualize letting go of something from your day. Nice work, guys. Let's bring the palms to the chest. I want you to spread the fingers wide and really kind of tree frog this muscle here. Yeah. So right under the collarbone, putting a little bit of pressure into the hands. Now actively pull your elbows in and down, creating that space in between your shoulders and your ears. Breathe into your palms. 3 rounds. Good. Starting to open through the front body. Softening through the back. Last round. Good. On your next exhale, let that go. You're going to take palms to the lower back. Elbows are drawing towards each other. Chin dips. So a gentle stretch for the back of the scapula, but pulling the front of the shoulders open. Press into the fingertips. 2 more breaths. Not losing that connection to center. One more. Feeling that energy start to move in the upper body. Exhale to unwind as you present the palms to the sky, arms in a soft T out to the side. Now, sometimes when my arms are too far back, it strains. Soften it. Bring it where you can like see your palms and your periffs. Yeah. And then soften the elbows. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to hold this shape. Good. 3 more. Feeling that heat generate in the hands. A little bit of warmth in the forearms is taking place. 1 more round. Good. On your next inhale, really stretch open. There we go. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, cradle the back of the skull. Now, this is a tight one sometimes, so if you kind of have to lengthen the lower back and not be as flared looking up, take that, and you can pull the elbows in a little closer. Otherwise, try to find that lean like you're in a hammock. 3 rounds of breath here. Finding space in between the back of the cervical spine and the tops of the shoulders. Good, Susan, yes. One more breath. Exhale, let it go. Round it out. Good, guys. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, open, just some arm circles. Round through. Inhale up. Exhale back. Beautiful. One more. On this next one, on your exhale, find a twist. Left hand to right knee. Pull that belly button into the spine. Tall through the crown. You can relax that right hand behind you. There you go. Good. 2 breaths here. Soften through the shoulders. And exhale, go straight into that other side twist. So right hand to the left knee. Nice and good. 2 breaths. One more, find a little more space. And exhale to unwind. Beautiful, guys. Take a minute to unwind these legs. Find a little length. Punch the toes. Yeah. Good grounding. And then if you're on your bolster, go ahead and come off the bolster. Turn to the right side of your mat for me. Bring your right foot in towards your groin. Left leg is out long. So we've got like a half straddle going here. Now, if you need your bolster, if this feels really tight, just have this here for a little support. But what we're gonna do is inhale to reach the arms up long. Exhale, bow forward. Good. 2 rounds of breath here. Nice spine, Amanda. Yes. Very good. Left foot is soft. Let the kneecap release. One more breath. Exhale to walk the hands back towards the foot, lifting up tall through the spine. You're gonna plant the left hand on the inside of the left knee. Inhale to reach the right arm up. Exhale, find that right side body stretch. Beautiful. 2 breaths here. Now make sure the belly isn't hanging out here. Support that lower back. Good, 1 more breath. Exhale, use that right oblique to lift up tall. Ground the right hand and find that left side body stretch. Nice work, everyone. 1 more breath. Exhale, using that left oblique to come on up. Beautiful. Plant the hands behind you. Either just take a moment to chill in this, or if you want a little more activity, you're gonna inhale here, exhale to press into this right foot, lift the hips. Chelsea's like, oh, thanks. Inhale, and exhale. Beautiful work, guys. Now, tuck your, let me make sure I'm telling you right. Yep, tuck your left leg in as you send your right leg to the back of your mat. So turn your whole body towards this way. So you're gonna come towards me, turn towards your left. Yes, so, and you're in your pigeon. There we go, heart stays open today. Find that stretch, you can even get a little rock in the hips. Good, 2 breaths. Last one. As you exhale, bend through the back leg, setting the right hip down and then leaning into your deer. So you're gonna feel this on the inside of the right hip flexor. So drawing the right knee down, hip presses forward. Ooh, yes, there we go. 2 breaths here. That's right. And then you could probably press your right hip point like forward more. Yes. Yep. Right in here. Open that bottom leg more. Yeah, there you go. 1 more breath. As you exhale, unwind for me. We're going to take all of that up on the other side. So turning to the other long side of your mat. Oh, I just did it. I just did the same thing. Left foot in. Yeah. And then remembering this side might be a little tighter. So maybe we get our bolster or a blanket or a block. We make sure we're nice and balanced between the sits bones. Inhale up, exhale, reach, hold. Feel that stretch. 2 breaths here. Good. One more. Exhale, walking those hands back up towards the groin. Good. Planting the right hand on the inside of the right knee. Inhale to take the left hand up high. Exhale, taking that left side body stretch. Reach the left hand towards the right foot. Good. Nice with the squaring jumps, yes. 1 more breath. As you exhale, engage that left oblique to lift you tall through the spine. Inhale through center. Exhale, plant the left hand. Right hand goes overhead. Now make sure you're not clenching that right thigh. 1 more breath. Nice work, guys. On an exhale, pressing on up. Beautiful. Tuck in your right foot. Swing the left leg behind you so that now you're in your pigeon facing me. Option to keep the back toe tucked if you need a little more sensation. But let's keep the heart open today. Really focus on rolling the shoulders back and down. Nice. Good, good, good. 2 breaths. Last one. As you exhale, bending through the left knee, dropping the left hip point down towards the earth, leaning the hands behind you, finding your deer. So inside, it's the muscle, your turn in muscle in this left hip. So it's not the outside like we feel in pigeon, it's the inside of the hip girdle. And the way you feel that is by pressing the knee down, but then pulling the hip forward. Yes, that's right, Megan. Just keep exploring. 1 more breath. On your next exhale, gently unwind. Just take a second. And I will meet you in downward facing dog. Let's start to warm it up. Got a good flow for you guys today. Excited about it. Yes, socks off. Yeah. Maybe grab a sip of water if you need. Beautiful. When you get to your down dog, take a moment to just feel it out. Really focusing on the rotation of the upper arm bones in relation to how Your scapula are sitting on your back body. Spread your fingers wide. Heels are reaching towards the earth as the hips lift high. Take a big inhale, down dog. Exhale, smooth transition into a plank. Feel that core turn on. Take a big breath in. Exhale to roll over the tops of the toes and lengthen the spine into child's. We're going to take this in a little cycle. That's fine if you want to do a hip dip toss. Yeah. Big breath here in child's. Exhale to tuck the toes and find that downward dog. We're going to go through this about 4 more times, guys. So inhale, down dog. Exhale, smooth, strong transition into that high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, child's. 1 breath. Here we go. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, press it up, downward dog. This is number 3. We're doing great here. On an exhale, shift into that plank. Pull that front body away from the ground. Inhale. Exhale, child's. 1 more. On your exhale, finding that downward dog. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, pull the belly button to the spine as you transition into your high plank. That's better, Susan. And exhale, lower the knees and child's. You can either rest in your child's or we're going to do this 1 more time. Your choice. Ooh, we're resting. Take a second. Just enjoy. Maybe spread the knees a little wider here. Get close to the earth. Yeah. We'll just take a moment to let the arms relax. Notice that heart rate is a little bit higher. Three more rounds of breath here. Good job, guys. Last round. When you're ready, roll up through the spine. Maybe place your blocks if you're feeling tight today for your help in your lunges and such, just to have them there in case. And if you don't want blocks, I will meet you in downward dog. No rush. Maybe another sip of water. This is our peak flow, okay? Here we go. Yes, yes. Good job, Anna, Amanda. Yes, you're really tuning in. Spread those fingers wide, Anna. Yeah, like you're a tree frog. There you go. Awesome. All right, we're in our down dog. Let's take a cleansing breath. In through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Send the right toes high for 3 points. Tap into that square line in the hips and the shoulders. Then exhale, keeping shoulders square but hips stack. Beautiful. Inhale, square those hips back, lengthen through the leg. Exhale, big step up with the right foot, high lunge. Now I want you to take an extra moment here in this high lunge. That was wobbly. Now, I want you to just like open to the edge of this right foot and bring it back. You don't have to move the hands or anything. Gentle though. Yes. 1 more. Beautiful. Square it back in your high lunge. On an inhale, reach the right arm up for a twist. Exhale, square it back, high lunge. Inhale, twisted. Exhale, use that right oblique. press into your right foot, twisted high lunge. Drop the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, big step, top of the mat. Prayer hands in a chair. Good. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, chair. Inhale to twist to the left. Exhale, plant that right elbow at left knee. Press the palms in together. Reach long through the spine. One breath here. That's right. Good, Chelsea. Good. Inhale to stand up through your mountain. Big stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to plant the hands and step the feet back into your high plank. Check it out. Exhale, rotate into your right hand, side plank. Beautiful. Feet are stacked or open. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Square it up. Inhale. Exhale, flow it out. Nice. Yes. Downward dog. All right, guys, here we go. We got the other side coming. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, left toes high for 3-point. Nice, Susan. Yes, Amanda. Exhale, bend at the knee. Open the hips. Beautiful. Hold on to those low abs, Amanda. That's a little far. Yes. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, big step. Left foot in a high lunge. Take a second to find your balance here. There we go. Maybe grabbing our blocks if we can't like pull out of our spines, right? Yes. Here we go. Now, find that little rotation in your front leg. So just gently opening that knee to the side and then squaring it back. Good. 2 more. You might roll across some tendons. It's okay. Just be gentle. I get lots of weird noises when I do this. One more. Good. Exhale, square it back. Here we go, guys. Plant the right hand. Inhale, left hand up for a twist. Exhale, back to high lunge. Inhale, left hand up. Here we go. Exhale, press into that left foot. Woo! Twisted high lunge. Ooh, that was good. Nice, Anna. Good. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale, close it. Chair, top of your mat. Ooh, that was good. Nice, excited. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, find that bind. Reaching long out of the spine, belly button is engaged. One more breath. Inhale, coming through center all the way up to our mountain. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Ground the hands. Inhale, finding your high plank. Exhale, finding your side plank on the left hand. Or whichever one you didn't do before. There we go. Big breath. Good. Exhale, square it back. Plank. Good. Inhale. Exhale, hold on to your abs, but lower your knees. Now, elbows pointing backwards, keeping all of this in one line. Beautiful. Now inhale to snake forward up into your baby cobra. Good. Now exhale, abs, tuck toes. There you go. That's your new pattern. Okay.
You might have to do that with me a couple times.
I absolutely will. I absolutely will. All right, guys, we're gonna take that on the Both sides one more time. So if you need a sip of water, take a moment, wiggle it out. I'm going to turn the fans on. Susan is practicing her down dog resting position. Love that fact. Down dog is a resting position. Crazy to me. Good. All right, guys. There we go. All right. And of course, you have the option to skip these next flows and just chill. Otherwise, I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Do you just see how your elbow shines this way? That's what you need to be doing. Yeah, like you might need to a little bit as you're finding that shape. Then eventually it'll straighten out like that. Yep. And then press into your pointer finger and thumb. All right, here we go. Cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, right toes go high. Exhale, bend at the knee. Hold on to those low abs. Stick a little far. Right there. Good. Yes. Inhale, lengthen out through the right leg. Exhale, big step up. Let's try to find the balance a little quicker this time. Sink into that front leg, let the hips drop, pull the spine forward. There we go. Ground the left hand, inhale to twist, open. Beautiful, exhale to close. Beautiful, inhale, twist and open. Exhale, power up, twisted high lunge. Work on that balance. There we go. Whoop, you're good, you're good. Hold it for one breath. Drop the shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, inhale. And then exhale, big step to the top of the mat in your chair. Holding on to that core, pulling it back. Inhale to stand up. Exhale to dip. Beautiful. Inhale, twisting towards the left. Exhale, finding that bind. Now, as you press the right elbow into the left knee, allow that to lengthen your head away from your pelvis. There we go. One breath here. Here we go. Inhale, unwinding all the way up. And exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Ground those hands. Inhale, finding your high plank. Beautiful. Exhale, rolling onto your right hand, opening into your side plank. You got it, Aaron. Yes. Closing those front ribs. I want you to inhale to make yourself into that rainbow. Lift the hips high. Reach the fingers towards the front of your mat. Good. Exhale. Line it back up. Square. Good. Inhale. Exhale. High plank. Inhale. Exhale. Take your flow. That's right, Susan. There we go. Yes. Beautiful. Good job, everyone. We got one more side coming. You're doing awesome. Stick with me. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Good, Amanda. Inhale, send the left toes high. Exhale, bend at the knee to open the hip. Yes. Inhale to straighten and square. That's right on point. Exhale, big step. Find that big, yes, girl. And I want you to think about like lengthening. Yes, there we go. Now plant that right hand. Inhale to twist open to the left. Exhale, square it back. Inhale to twist open. You're doing great, guys. Exhale, twisted high lunge. Woo, good, good, good. One breath. strong through the legs. Let that core support everything from the center out. Good. Inhale. Exhale, big step, top of the mat. Find your chair. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Inhale, twisting towards the right. Exhale. Plant that left elbow on the right knee. Now press that elbow into your knee as you inhale to lengthen out of the spine. Exhale, keep that twist. Here we go. Inhale through center, all the way up to our mountain. Let's take a moment to exhale, pull goalpost arms, find a little back bend. Let it feel good. Oh, good. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Nice. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Let's start to let the energy flow. Ground those hands. Inhale, finding your way back to your high plank. Beautiful. Exhale, taking your version of this chaturanga flow. Good, good, good. Beautiful. Very nice. All right, my loves. Now, I want you to lower down and take a break, unless you want to practice your crow before we move on. If anyone would like to practice crow, I will happily show that to you. Crow is when we come into a forward fold. You come up on your tippy toes to plant your knees on your triceps, kind of in your armpits. Now, you lean forward and eventually pick up your toes.
That's just showing off my favorite.
It's like literally a counterbalance thing. Like it looks like it's crazy, but once you find that sweet spot, but otherwise just chill with your child. I just know that she wants to practice that. So, right? And then we'll start with my cool down. No worries. Yeah, that's the first step, right? It's just like, this is the most awkward thing to be doing. It's like, how do I even get into it?
That's my issue. You were wrong. But I can't do it that way.
I can't get it up into my armpits.
Well, there's no right or wrong, right? Like when I first started, my knees were here.
Yeah.
And I like, you know, let my elbows go out and stuff like that, but who cares? Like I was finding the balance and then you like zip it all back up, right? That looks great. How did it go? Fabulous.
I didn't get back though.
Oh, did you try your hop? That's okay. All right, guys. Let's stretch out the tops of these feet and the front of our quads. So come with the heels tucked up under the hips. Now this is, I guess, a personal thing. The tops of my feet, I like to have my feet separated, and then my heels are kind of on the inside of my sits bones. You plant the hands behind you and you pick the knees up to stretch the arches of the feet. Try to not let them sickle, which means they're curved in. Yeah? Lift the knees, not the hips. Yes, this is for you. Good job. There we go. Easy does it. Now, if you set the knees down and then press the hips, you can get a little different stretch. Nice. Whole big camel. And then let's do that one more time. Lower the hips and then lift the knees. Do y'all feel that on the top of your foot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. You don't feel it?
No, I feel it.
Oh, okay, you're just. I keep thinking about, I'm gonna bring you my foot stretcher to game night. One more breath. So you really try to get to the top so the shins here is metatarsals right now. And then lower the hips, just a little lift. Feel that length to the front. I know. Thank you for doing it.
That's what stuff seems to come to me.
I know, but it's so good for you, like ultimately, you know. All right, let it go, guys. Take a little seat. And then just take your, plant, Yep. But you used to dance. It'll start feeling good. So. All right, guys. So we're gonna take a wide leg forward fold, but I want to keep the knees bent. We've done the straddle enough today. So I like to plant my heels, turn my legs out, and then grab for the bottoms of my feet and pull my lower belly forward. So I keep a nice long spine. So it's kind of like a seated happy baby in a way, right? Pulling the knees out and past the armpits. Yeah, and then pull your hips. Open your knees a little more. It's cool. I don't have any of these on either. I was like, these shorts are really big, but I don't care.
I was like, I don't care as long as you don't.
I actually looked, I was like, oh, maybe I should put underwear on. I was like, oh, I can do All right, one more breath. And sometimes I like to get a little rock, if you've got the space in the hips. Yeah. All right, guys, one more breath. And exhale to let it go. All right, take any wiggles you need, maybe grabbing another sip of water. We've got our ab work coming, yay! And we haven't done this one together, so you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna take a minute to stretch anything out. All right, I'm gonna show you what this looks like, and we're gonna try it. So we start here, feet planted. Now we've been working on our boat, right? Where we keep this nice long spine. We're not rounding through the upper or lower back. We're pulling out this way. So today, I want you to have one foot planted. You're gonna reach this opposite one out long. You're gonna take a big breath in and then exhale to roll down, keeping that leg exactly as it is. You're gonna inhale to reach the arms overhead. Exhale to plant with your figure four. Inhale here, exhale to lift the hip. 3 total times of this hip lift.
I'm supposed to remember the steps.
What do you mean? I'm gonna tell it to you.
Oh.
I just wanted to show it to you first. And then that'll be 3. And then you inhale to reach. This is the tricky part. Exhale to peel it up with this leg lifted. Then we switch. Yay? Let's do it. Okay, Chelsea's excited. Come on, guys. It's gonna be good. Here we go. Okay, left foot planted. Inhale to reach, right leg. Exhale to C curve and roll down. Draw that right foot in closer to the groin as your spine hits the earth. Inhale to take the arms overhead as you cross your right ankle over left knee. And then exhale to press into your left foot. Arms come down by the hips as you lift into your bridge. One foot, good. Inhale, hips lower, arms go overhead. Exhale, arms come down, hips come up. Beautiful, one more. Inhale, arms come above head, hips lower. Exhale, arms come down, hips lift. Inhale, hips lower, arms come up, leg extends, right leg. Now exhale, curl up through the spine. You good, you can do it, you can do it. Straighten, nice, and switch. There we go. Inhale, exhale, roll it down. Inhale, arms come overhead as the right heel draws closer to the groin and the left ankle crosses over right knee. We exhale, lift the hips as the arms come down. Inhale, arms come up as hips lower. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hips lower, arms are above head as left leg extends. And exhale, we curve up. Oh, good, Susan. Switch the feet. We gotta take this one more on each side. Inhale. Exhale.
Just keep it like that. Right here. Yeah, that's perfect.
Inhale, arms come above head as we plant that figure four, drawing the left heel closer in towards the groin. Exhale, lift those hips. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale, lower the hips, arms are above head as the right leg reaches long. Exhale, peel the spine with control. Ooh, good job. There we go. Beat, switch. One more side, guys. Come on. Inhale, I'm doing this right with you. Exhale. There we go. Keep that left leg long and straight. And now we're gonna plant it in that figure four. Arms are above head. Breathe in. Exhale, press and lift. Squeeze that right glute. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Nice, one more, inhale. Exhale, lift, 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 lift. Inhale, lower. Extend left leg. Exhale, use those abs to control you all the way up. Beautiful, nice, baby, go. And then take a minute, just hold it. One breath. I've got one more thing for us, ab-wise. Okay, I'm going to show this just in case you haven't done it before. So dead bug. First things first, when you lay down, do you have space between the earth and your back? If you do, take it away. Ground through the abdominal wall. This is what keeps your lower back safe. If at any point this lifts, you need to make your movements smaller, okay? So dead bug is literally dead bug arms. You're gonna inhale, open, keeping that space. Exhale, closed. Inhale, and exhale. There we go. So grounding through the wall, the abdominal wall first, and we'll all take it together. Inhale, exhale, like you're opening as you breathe in and then contracting down into the ground. Inhale, exhale, 5 more. Inhale, exhale. Use that breath. Inhale, exhale, 3 more. I'm shaking. Hopefully you guys are too. Go, go, go. Last 2. Here we go. We're gonna go open and close to the top and bottom now. So reach hands and feet away from each other. Inhale, exhale in. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale. Lower back is grounded. Halfway there. 5 more. Three, 2, and 1. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and then rock it up to both. Hold it, hold it. Good, good, good. Big breath. And let it go. Find your cow face when you're ready. No rush. So I'm gonna have left knee on top of right to begin with. Here we go. And I think we're playing with like what shape feels best, right? I feel like you're a little bit more open these days. Yeah, so just make sure it's like right on the outside of these hips and some on the IT band is where I feel it too. So stack your knees over each other. There you go.
I'm so glad.
Oh no, you're perfect, but then try to make your left hip nice and heavy, right? Do you feel that here? Perfect. Go with him. Listen to the amazing technique. And just jam it out. Breathe. Option to take more of an open heart, arms with the chest lifted. Just an offering, not a requirement. Beautiful. Let this be our cool down. Two more breaths. Good breath. Last one. Exhale to gently unwind. I like to lean back on my hands and then switch my legs. Yeah. Now, this side is crazy tight for me in comparison to the first one. So I have to kind of let my right foot come a little more off the ground. That's exactly right. Because if this bottom leg is already lifted, right, it's just gonna like mess with our alignment. Here you go. Are you feeling that today? Yeah. Okay. Remember just to try to have the hip points flat on the earth, and then rotate your legs in a way that you feel a stretch, right? You can just rest the hands lightly on the shin, or you can take more of an open, heart energizing shape. 5 breaths. That phone okay, Charles? Are you feeling it? Okay. Okay. Last week I felt it. Didn't feel it. Okay. All right. Okay. Good work. Last 2 rounds. Keeping that breath slow and steady. And exhale. 2 more. Yeah, so we can literally pick up my leg and like unwind it. All right, my loves, we have one more thing today, fish. So we've got like a mixed level of stuff going on here today. It's quiet. So fish is normally when we take the bolster behind us. I do a lot of supported fish, right? Which is great. Maybe you just take that today. But traditional fish is when you really use your back muscles. So you could try that, or you can plant your hands like you're prepping for wheel and just practice this little lift. Megan, this is the one I think would be good for you, is just that little movement, right? Because I know we're working on the arm part of it. So leave your legs long and just try that spot.
I don't think so.
Hmm?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. So if you want to take something more restorative, grab your bolster, just lean over it. Yeah, it's all, we get the same benefits. It's just whether or not you want to take it in more of like a strength training aspect or not. There you go, Chelsea. Good girl. And then I think what happens is like as your hips come off, you're sliding your forearms onto the earth, right? It's a lot going on.
Oh, because it's like this, isn't it?
Exactly. You're on the top of your head with your hips lifted, but your forearms are planted like Sphinx.
I can get into that wheel.
Yeah, you can try it. If you wanted to go up in the wheel, I can just guide you down for safety reasons.
I can't imagine how to get there in my hands.
You would have to like lower like dolphin kind of foot backwards, right? Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just playtime, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's what it is. I've seen them do this. But they don't switch.
I mean, I get my names confused too.
I mean,
It's definitely good, sure.
Just like going rich.
No, that is right, but what you wanna do, I want you to just really work on the alignment of it, right? Open these hands. Do it again. Boop. But do you feel already how your elbows are more pointed in? Like, kind of like square, like your hips, right? So that's what I want you to work on first, is finding this stable contact with your hands and pulling the elbows in. Yes, that's enough, right? This is enough. Yeah, good job. Yeah. All right, loves. It looks like everyone is satisfied. We don't need any more whatever from me. So start to take your final wiggles. And we'll cool it down. We'll start to get ready for Shavasana. Good work today. You did great, girl. Any weird pains or anything?
No.
Okay, good.
I like more movement for sure.
Yeah, and I think
I only need a mix of both, but
yeah, I'd be happy to let you into a level 2 class if it serves you well. Check in with your body tomorrow.
yeah.
I just really want to work on your shoulders, right? Like pressing out of that. But if I'm making you do it, you know, in Warrior 1, I'm all about like just do whatever you need to do. Right? Yeah. And then in 2, I start to ask a little more of you.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I carry all of my attention.
It's hard, right? And the blocks are definitely your biggest supporter in those moments to really pull out of that spine. Yeah, but you did great. Yeah. All right, guys. Perfect. That was a good chaturanga today. It's gonna get stronger. Like probably in the next 2 weeks, you're gonna have that. I can visualize it. Nice work, everyone. So giving yourself permission to let your spine be supported for your entire body weight to sink into the floor. Letting the joints relax. And drifting away. I'll bring you back when it's time. Very slowly start returning to your body. Gentle as you re-enter, connecting with the feet, the breath, and the hands. Maybe take a full body stretch. Starting to come back towards my voice. Nice. We've got about 5 more rounds of breath to rest in whatever shape is calling to you. Nice work. Just feeling all of those good nutrients settle in your body. Take one more round of breath and as you exhale, begin to rise. Keep your eyes closed as you do so. I have a gift for you. I'll come around and you. I want your eyes to be closed so it's fully the universe's will is to let you draw. No rush, take your time to notice as you become vertical once again. Just find what feels great. Just hold it in between the hands. So let me know it's time to look. They won't bite you, I guess.
Oh.
Just cupping my item between your hands, I want you to send it all of your love, all of your compassion. Maybe keep it on your person, in your car, or if you have like an altar at home, as a reminder for your amazing strength and ability to move through life with ease and forgiveness for yourself and others. I'm going to close with this week's quote. What is love? The absence of fear, said the master. What is fear? Love, said the master. Thank you so much for trusting me to guide your practice. We'll take one more inhale together. And exhale to bow and say namaste. Namaste. Take your time as you feel ready to explore what is between your palms and come back into the space. Yeah, my pleasure.
Namaste, friends at home. We'll see you next time.